It is still day 4. I need to get this 3 feet up off the ground and siphon it into a new container. So all my stuff has already been sanitized. My siphon's already been set up because I had to attach the vinyl hose to the easy siphon. And yeah, the next part is getting this 50-pound thing up on the counter and start all that again. So stay tuned for this part 2. I sanitized my lid after I took the lid off the bucket. It says I need to put the oak chips on the bottom of my secondary fermenter. That's what this is. Now let's it smells like it's oak, but it smells like brisket or barbecue, like you would smoke something with this meat-wise. And then it says, let's put all the liquid, including sediment, into the bucket. I guess this is my life for the next, probably next 5 minutes.
You filling it up?
Filling it up, yep. It works, that's all I care about. So it has been about 5 minutes and progress is slow going. This is what's still in there. You can kind of see the shadow there. It's been about 5 minutes and my hand is cramping. Thank goodness that I got the pump to work, and thank goodness for gravity. So this is what's in the bottom of the bucket. It's got some sediment. It says to pour all the sediment in the other bucket. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put the lid on, redo the airlock, and stick it back for about 10 days. So, how do I wash all the buckets out? Well, I'm gonna have to do that in the bathroom, in the tub. Because 1, I got the nifty shower spray handle, but 2, it's the only thing big enough that will hold the buckets that I can actually wash in without getting water everywhere. Because even in my utility room, the sink is just not big enough. And it's raining outside, so I really don't want to do it out there. So, tub it is. With this next part, we're just gonna walk through. I'm not gonna talk much, but we're going to re-rack the wine and put it back into the other container, which I've already sanitized everything. We got to add 4 different types of chemicals to help clear the liquid, and then it's got to sit for 8 days before we bottle it, depending on the temperature. So without further ado, let's get to it. Definitely smells like wine. That looks about right. Let's rack it into the next container. So you add this stuff that smells horrible to water, dissolve, add, and now we gotta stir it for 2 minutes. And next you add that, stir 2 minutes, and then add this, stir 2 minutes. So let's do that now. Not least, we add this into water, dissolve, and then we shut it back up and let it sit for 8 days. It's like little pellets dissolving in the water. It's weird looking. So a lot of
of people know that this is your typical wine. But did you know brandy is a distilled wine? And mead wine is the basic form of wine you could get because you can just make it out of honey and water. Now, we're going to be finishing off what is now wine. So stick around and I'm going to show you how I plan on bottling with a twist. So, what I mean by with a twist, it took me a while, and it's well over the 8 days for this to clear. But I finally found bags that are big enough to hold 4 bottles of wine. Think the box wines. They usually hold about 4 bottles of wine in them, 3 to 4, depending on which brand, which variety. And it took forever to find some that I could figure out how to use. Easy, clean, ready to go. And then it took over a week to get them. The other half of it was finding them again. I had done some research and then I had to find them again. Oh boy. Smells like wine. So, I guess I'm actually going to start by filling this first and just kind of get a feel for the process, just to make sure I don't screw anything up. Oh. See if I can get this thing to work. I don't think I'm low enough. So basically the problem with this is you need to be low enough for the wine to be siphoned. So, let's do that. So, hold on a moment. So I think I got it. And just to be sure I don't chaotically, like dump wine everywhere and end up with the biggest, scrapiest puddle you ever did see. Oh, cooperational now. Oh, there we go. So it's a good thing we figured this stuff out now, rather than, halfway through the process and be like, oh crap. Oh no, what do we do? It is filling. It doesn't look like it's chunky. I think it cleared up really nicely. And it's a slow and tedious process. And this bottle I'm filling actually is going to be the one that I take a sample from after I'm done with all the bottling. Because you can't not sample your product, right? Close that. Set that aside. And grab a bag. I didn't really see much on how to fill it other than I saw a couple of really neat spouts and nozzles on how to do it. Nothing real special on how you need to do this. You just fill it and then you put the seal on and then you have to store it with its nozzle down. So, I think this is going to take a minute. So, when we come back, I'll show you how to seal it. Oh, dear Lord. Did you know a gallon of wine weighs a lot, especially when you're trying not to drip it? 10 minutes to fill this. I may have filled it too full. I don't know. But the one thing I did do is I did dip it in sanitizer to make sure. They are one use only. These bags are not reusable. I was looking for reusable ones, but a lot of those are for oh, you're going camping. Here's a wine bag. So you're supposed to just be able to click these in. Oh, you got one more rib. There's 3 ribs. And you basically have to make sure it's seated right there. Come on. No. I want to make sure it goes on all the way because I did not spend a month making wine for it to not be drinkable. It's not an okay thing. Oh, come on, that's so close. I think I'm going to need some muscle. Hang on. Well, I don't think I'm going to get my muscles in here, but I think I can get it. My big concern is popping the Mylar bag, basically, because if that pops, I'm going to have wine everywhere. I'm also trying not to break a fingernail. I mean, it seems to have gone in all the way. I also don't want to break the nozzle. Like, oh, it's not going to go all the way because it's supposed to be in a cardboard box. But anyways, that's how it's done. And yeah, now I'm going to take the next hour and fill the rest of these bags. And when we come back, I'll be giving this wine a try. So this is the sediment that was left behind. I actually stopped filling bottles, mainly because you can see that the, oh, come on, there we go. The line is no longer clear, and that sediment isn't good to have in your wine because that's what can make your stomach very unhappy. 2, 3, 4, 5 bags plus the 16-ounce bottle. I actually thought I was going to run out of bags and not be able to store as much in them. And then I started hitting sediment and I went, okay, never mind, I'm good. But now I'm actually going to try the wine. I went outside because it's kind of loud inside my house right now. It doesn't smell as good when I first opened the juice bag and it smelled like the best grape juice ever. But it still smells good. So remember, this is a Cabernet Sauvignon. I hope I pronounced that right. It's dry, but it's good. It's wine. I made wine. And now I got to figure out what the percentage is because I'm going to use this for a party this summer. And I think the guests should know what they're drinking. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's In the Bucket List and enjoyed and learned something new. And I hope to see you again